I fly a million miles.
Hey, so we are going to talk about Savvy Minerals by Young Living. It is my all-time favorite makeup line because it is 100% clean
and good for your body.
The other reason I'm happy about it is
because
I think that a lot of women feel like when they go a more natural route that the beauty care kind of
goes down the drain.
Or they feel like they can't use makeup and things like that because they're supposed to be living this natural, healthy lifestyle. But that's just not true. You can still use makeup and still, you know, feel as dolled up or dressed down as you would like to and still love your makeup and still love a full coverage or a full coverage look or maybe an everyday look.
It's still okay and you're still leading a natural, healthy life.
So I'm so excited that this is here because, you know, I think that in life we should all show up. And for me that means getting dressed, putting my makeup on, taking care of myself and just showing up for the day. It doesn't matter who I see. It's for me and partially to, you know, keep the romance alive because I like to look good for my husband and just, you know, I like to feel like I'm my best self going out into the world. And for me, that's putting on a little bit of makeup. So I'm so excited that you're here for this class and I'm so excited that you're going to be learning about this amazing makeup line. Ah, got some in my eyeball. So I did a little bit of research and what I found out is that
99%
of makeup out there has lead in it.
You mean I don't need to poison myself to look pretty like Elizabeth I did?
No.
But didn't you say that 99% of all cosmetics have lead in them?
Yeah, I did. That's why we're teaching you about Savvy Minerals so you don't have to dye to look pretty. Agencies that regulate that have said that's
okay, it's okay just to have a little bit of lead in there because a little bit's not gonna hurt anybody.
But the thing is, if you put that on your body every single day and sometimes multiple times a day, that lead's gonna sink in. So
are you ready to throw out your entire makeup bag? Because I kind of did
when I learned all of that. And the thing about it is that we just don't know. I didn't know this before a little while ago that all these things I was putting on my body were so bad for me. And I can show you physical evidence that what we put on our skin
really
reaches our bloodstream within 30 seconds and can cause harmful effects on your respiratory system, your reproductive system, your endocrine systems, which is your hormones. It can really throw that out of whack. I wear this medicine patch because I've had brain surgeries and I've had a migraine grade headache for 6.5 years. So part of how I control that is through this medicine patch. So I'll show it to you. It's this little patch right here. So this patch is how I get my medicine. I put it on Friday and I leave it on it for a week until the next Friday. So the entire way my body gets that medicine is because I put this on my skin and it slowly seeps into my body for the entire week. So if that doesn't tell you that what we put on our skin is important, I don't know what does. Because this alone works for a week and controls my pain for an entire week. So it's not just scare tactics, it's because we really care about what people are doing to their bodies. And we see this happen day in and day out to all of our friends. And there's these mysterious illnesses that keep coming up, but really, are they really that mysterious when we know that 99% of the cosmetics out there have lead in them? I don't know.
Let's get into the fun stuff.
I'm excited to show you how I created this everyday makeup look with this all natural makeup. It's a mineral-based makeup. Before, when I've tried those things, they haven't really worked really well, or they didn't really provide very much coverage, but this line
provides amazing coverage
and it's beautiful too. So I am excited to show you, and let's go. This is barefaced me. It's about as barefaced as it gets, and it's a little embarrassing, but that's okay. So I have nothing on my face at all. As you can see, I have a few red spots on my chin. So the very first thing I always do is I put my lavender and my frankincense on, because those save my face's life. This is my facial serum 2.0. I added a couple of things. I added some sacred sandalwood and some patchouli to this.
This is my liquid gold.
So I do a couple of drops there, a couple of drops there, and I always do some on my neck.
I look like I'm crying gold. I wish. Okay, so I'll just rub that in.
I've got my liquid gold facial serum on. Next, I'm going to use some of Young Living's sunblock. Okay, so now that I have my sunblock on, I'm gonna do my eyes. I like to let all the oils and sunblock that I just put on my face kind of soak in while I do my eyeshadow.
So I'm gonna look like a little Grace ball until I get it all down.
The first thing you do when you do your eyeshadow is put on a little bit of primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. For the primer for my eyeshadow, all I did was mix a little bit of that Art Renewal Serum with some residual eyeshadow, and what that does is it gives it a nice light base, and it gives your eyeshadow something to stick to. Okay, so for my upper lid, I'm going to use residual. I like to always do kind of a light color up on top. So I already got some on my brush, and I'm going to just tap a little bit, teeny tiny bit on the lid, and then put that all over the top of my eyelid. For over the lid, I'm going to use a little bit of Crushin'. It's a really nice, pretty pink color. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of Jet Setter, get it a little bit wet, and use an angled brush. You can see that. Use an angled brush to do my eyeliner with. Jet Setter is a nice, rich, dark color.
Okay, I'm almost looking like a human being again.
Alright, so for my corner right here, the crease, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Determined. It's this really pretty sort of, I don't know, like a charcoaly brown color. It's a little bit darker than what it looks like on camera.
I really love it.
If you look careful, it's a hot mess. I get things everywhere. I don't know if you can see that. I get it all over my face down here, and I kind of don't keep the line very nice. So after I get my colors on, then I will kind of smooth all of the lines up.
You don't know how much I care.
Young Living doesn't have any liquid foundations right now. They only have powders. So what I will do is take some of the Art Light Moisturizer and mix it with Warm Number 2. So I've already mixed that up right here, and I'll just put that all over my face. Now that everything is wet on my face, I want to set it with a little bit of the foundation powder. Before I do any of my highlighting or contouring, because I do need that, I'm completely white everywhere, we're going to use, we're going to use some Young Living mascara. I love it because it's got lavender in it. So let's get that on our eyeballs right now. So if there's any areas that you want to conceal a little bit better, we don't have concealer yet, so what you'll have to do is just take a little bit more of the Art Light Moisturizer mixed with the foundation powder to conceal those a little bit better. So again, I did that already. I'm just going to take a little bit and put it in the on the areas that I feel like I need a tiny bit more coverage. And then you'll set it with just a little bit more of the powder.
I fly a million miles.
I don't think that Casper is a very good look these days, so I just take a little bit of the dark number 2 and I use that as my bronzer because the bronzer that Young Living has is a little bit sparkly, so I'll use the sparkly bronzer on the apples of my cheeks right here, but for everywhere else on my face, I don't want it to be quite that sparkly, so I'll just use some of the dark foundation powders for that. What I like to do for just a really fast contour that takes no time at all is what I'll do is I'll just put some on my temples right here and over here, and then I'll do it all along the crown of my head and right on my cheekbones and the sides of my nose, and then underneath my jaw.
It looks a little bit crazy right now, but I promise it won't when we're done.
I just have a brush that I kind of really just soften those lines with and blend everything in that you just did.
I'm gonna buy myself an airplane. So I can get there.
Now we're going to do our blush, and I love Smashing. It's my favorite blush. So I will just take it and put a little bit right here. I don't want to go down too far since I am pushing up in age. So I'll just put it right there, and I put a good amount on it first because I really blend it in. Then you blend that in so you don't look like a crazy person. So now we get to do our highlighter, and that is Diamond Dust. It is so gorgeous. I'll just take a little bit on my brush and just kind of highlight my cheeks and a little bit up here. I like to do a little bit on the tear ducts of my eyes. So now we get to do some lipstick. So these are all of the colors that Savvy Minerals has. They're all beautiful. I love these. They're a little bit lighter and they have a beautiful pinky tone to them. And then these two are a little bit more of a mulberry color. I love this one. This one is Uptown Girl, and I love it because you can apply just a thin layer of it, but if you want it to be a little bit darker and deeper, you just kind of put more layers of it on. This is when I do just a very thin layer of it. This is more of a deeper look. I don't like it quite this deep, so I'll just kind of rub a little bit off with my fingers. I rubbed a little bit off with my fingers, and then Young Living has these amazing lip glosses. These are the best. They're not tacky or anything like that, which is the only way I like my lip glosses. So I'm gonna choose this really pretty nude color. It's called Embrace, and it is my favorite. Most of the time I'll wear these by themselves. Alright, that is our finished look with Savvy Minerals. There's so many different things you can do, but the best part about it is that you don't have to worry about it doing anything harmful to your body. I would feel comfortable letting my daughter play with my makeup and not worrying about any lead getting into her body, because like I said before, 99% of the cosmetics out there have lead in them, and the agencies that regulate it say,
oh, just a little bit of lead is fine.
But lead wasn't so fine for Elizabeth I. So when you know better, you do a little better. Contact whoever sent you to this video to get your very own set of Savvy Minerals. You will be so happy with the quality, and you will have an amazing peace of mind. So I hope everybody has an amazing night, and I hope you enjoyed this class. Talk to you later. Bye. Guys, I can't talk. Guys, I can't talk. Airplanes, 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 airplanes.